Hey, Amy and Ryan Moreau, Beach Life 321 team. So today's the day, August 15th, 2024. The date that I'm sure that you've been hearing about in news media, social media. Ryan and I have been alluding to in past videos. Today is the day that the National Association of Realtors, the NAR, changes go into effect. What is that? What does that mean? Realtors are going to be required to have signed buyer representation agreements signed before we show any homes. So as buyers, you're going to be required to sign an agreement with your buyer's agent before viewing homes. This agreement outlines our services, our compensation, and our responsibilities to you and your responsibilities to us. Now, whenever I sit down and meet with somebody new, I'm not going to slide a piece of paper in front of them and require them to sign something to commit to me. So we're going to also offer something called a pre-touring agreement. And this is for a shorter amount of time. It's like dating. We're going to go out. We're going to see some properties. You're going to get to know me. I'm going to get to know you. And if the relationship works, then we move on to the exclusive buyer broker agency agreement, or the buyer broker agency agreement. You're going to see it worded a couple different ways. And it's more of a commitment to one another to work long term until we find that perfect home and get you to the closing table.
The second big change is that compensation being offered to buyer's agents from the seller is no longer going to be shown in any of the MLSs across the country, the multiple listing service. So what does that mean? We are, as realtors, we are still going to be able to advertise what compensation a seller or selling broker is offering to a buyer's agent on our public websites. They can call, text, we can communicate in other ways. It's just not going to be in the MLS. The big changes there, do we think that sellers are still going to be offering compensation to buyer's agent? Contrary to what you may have read in some articles, yes, we absolutely expect that sellers are still going to compensate buyer's agents, because on this huge transaction, the largest for most people, everyone wants to be represented throughout this process, through appraisals, inspections, all of that. Certainly compensation and realtor commissions are always negotiable.
Always have been.
And what will likely happen is, if a seller does not want to offer compensation to a buyer's agent up front, it will likely just be written into the offer so that the seller will give a credit back at closing so the buyers can compensate their buyer's agent. Essentially, we're expecting to be mostly business as usual without a lot of changes, just a little more paperwork and trying to create a little more transparency in the industry. There certainly may be some other changes. There's a few countersuits going on and whatnot at the moment, but this is what we need to do to be compliant. And we just want to let everyone know that with these changes, it really doesn't affect things for the buyers and sellers drastically. And, if you have questions,
it's not as scary as the media is making it sound.
It's not. And reach out to us. We're happy to clarify any of this info, answer any questions you have, talk over some options. We're always happy to help. Have a great day.
Have a great day. Talk to you soon.